Alright, YouTube, how's it going? My name is Ekuegan. I want to talk about like all the bits and pieces that I know about crafting, because I have been talking about like, hey, go craft this weapon, go craft that weapon. You may not know exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see here, this weapon has this border around it, these 4 borders on the bottom left side. That kind of shows that I crafted this weapon and I'm leveling it up. You might get confused when I say red border weapons, because this weapon has a red border, but this weapon has a full box around it that is made for attunement. You're basically extracting a pattern for this weapon. Let's just go through it, right? What do you need to craft a weapon? Bungie basically through the campaign has shown you how to craft your glaive, right? Your very first weapon. And then how do you go about crafting other weapons? What weapons can you craft? And how do you know what you can make? In game, you're gonna have to go to your Triumph screen. There's a new section right next to the catalyst. It's called Patterns and Catalysts. All right, anything that you see here, you can craft. Now the game is gonna tell you, hey, you need 2 of these, or 3 of these, or 4 of these, or 5 of these. The thing is, you can't just get 5 of the regular weapon. You need 5 of the borders of the weapon. So like you see here, this weapon has a red border around it. You basically need to get 5 of those, extract the resonance, and that's how you unlock that weapon. That's how you can come here, and that's how you can shape it, because you're gonna see all these options. Some of them are gonna be highlighted and some of them are not, right? It's gonna say the pattern has not been unlocked yet because you haven't found it yet, right? So any guns that you have found, you could shape, all right? And we're gonna go deeper into this. If you have like the shield trigger, you can shape it, right? Grenade launchers, whatever it is, you're gonna be able to shape it here. With Patterns of Catalyst, how do you know how many you need for something, right? Right here it says auto rifle. You see how the pattern progress says 2 out of 2? I needed to get this auto rifle with 2 red borders around it, extract it. Basically, like you can do this in multiple ways, right? You can get kills with it, and it can, you can fill it up to 100 and extract it. One of the quickest ways, I made a short clip for this in my shorts, is you go and you do the PSYOP Battleground, all right? What that is the seasonal activity right here, right? So what I do is, if I have a bunch of red border weapons, right, I keep them on me. I go do this activity. I run my regular weapons. Once you capture the last, like the Hive Guardian, once you kill them, right, you're going to go into your inventory and you're going to switch over to those red border weapons before you open up those 2 chests. You could get teleported to that side. As long as you, like, those 2 chests are still there, you can still transfer to it. Once you transfer to it, you go up, you open your chest. What you're going to see is your weapon is going to get 56% per run. That means in 2 runs, you can complete 3 weapons if you have them in 3 different slots, right? Your kinetic, your energy, and your heavy. What I've been doing at times too, if it's a weapon that you like using, right? Like for example, I had a Fabering that had a red border around it. I like using that gun, right? So I used that gun throughout the thing. I got to about maybe like 44%. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this weapon on and complete it. Some weapons you might get to like 39, like maybe 50 or 60. And you're like, you know what? I know I'm gonna finish this on my next run using this gun anyway. I might as well just work on another gun that's in the same slot. Now, that might be too much to talk about. Don't worry about it. All I'm saying is, if you do this activity, you keep that weapon in your inventory and you switch to it when you're done, you're going to basically get 56% of it completed. If you need to see the clip of that, I actually have it on YouTube. It's a short. I'm currently chasing this bow. I am missing one more, right? I want to tell you the sources of where these weapons could come from. Okay, so some are open world. If I can find one. All right, so we have the Throne World weapons, right? You have the SMG, you have the sidearm. They can and the Scout Rifle. Those can drop anywhere, like in the Throne World. The Cinco Passion is from open world, right? This weapon is coming from the raid. This weapon is from the raid. Any weapon that you see like with this color, basically, let me see. Like this weapon is coming from the raid as well. All right. The Wellspring has 4 weapons side to it. You have the auto rifle. You have the grenade launcher called the Tarnation. You have the bow, the Fair Tire Diddle, and you have the sniper. So there are 4 weapons that for the resonance that you need to get. You need to do the activity to get it. All right. Now, any weapon that looks like a theme for the season, like the Thoughtless or the Explosive Personality, or just anything that like Under Your Skin or Sweet Sorrow, all of that comes from the PsyOp Battleground side. So as you're doing this activity and you open up those chests, that second chest has a chance to give you a red border weapon. The cool thing about this is as you're leveling up the table at the helm, you're going to be able to like focus the engrams as well. Now, I for this week basically I have done that, and it costs 9 Umbral energies plus 1 Umbral engram and some few shards to focus the weapon that you want. I haven't gotten lucky, when it comes to getting the third bow yet. But the neat thing is, when you're doing this, you need like Rising Umbral energy. You need to get it out of the PsyOp Battlegrounds anyway. So when you're leveling up these red weapons, you're going to have a lot of stuff to work with. Now, one neat thing to pay attention to is there are 4 different energies. Well, there's actually 5 different energies, but one of them is neutral. And neutral, I don't know the exact cap. I went up to like almost like 9,000 for neutral. But the other ones that are there are basically capped, right? So we have Ruinous, Energetic, Mutable, and Adroit. And the thing is, all of these cap at 250. So there's going to be times where when you finish a red bar weapon, right, and you're going to go into it to extract, it's going to tell you whether you're full or not. You can see here that it says capacity for me, right? So if I decide to choose, let's say both are full, right, and I decide to choose, the only thing that it's going to take out is going to be the neutral element. The neutral element is used on everything. When I mean the neutral element is used on everything, when I go to, let's say I want to reshape a weapon that I have, right? Let's say I want to reshape this guy, for instance. I got to take it off, and I have to make sure that I unlock it in order to reshape it, all right? So let's say I want to reshape my grenade launcher. I go into here. Every time you're changing something, you're going to need a resonant alloy when it comes to the main part, right? The intrinsic part. For this area, you're going to need a neutral element. For your barrel, for your mag, and then for your 2 traits, you're going to need neutral element for a lot of these stuff. So if you end up with a lot of red border weapons and you don't have the space for energetic or droid or mutable, the best thing to do is just throw it in the vault, all right? Because you're going to need it later. Now, Ascendant Alloy is one of the rarer things because you need one for each enhanced trait that you're going to put on the weapon. Now, one neat way to kind of do that is, if you have a group for Master Wellsprings, you can definitely do this a few times because the drop rate for the Ascendant Alloy is uncommon here. Bungie spoke about, bringing up that rate a bit. So you might have a good chance to get this. What I've been doing with my friends is replaying this weekly mission. All right. There's different tiers to the weekly mission. Here, Ascendant Alloy is rare. Here, it is uncommon. And here, for some reason, I don't see it, but it's supposed to be common, right? So if you're up to light, you should be able to get a fire team together and try to do a few of these. Honestly, the legend is pretty smooth, it's pretty fast, and you have a chance for alloy to drop. So if you need a farm for that, this is the best way for now. For some reason, the Cryptarch didn't reset this week either. I don't know what's going on with that. But you can see that it definitely takes a bit to get like everything that you want when it comes to that side. Another neat thing or another like note that I want to tell people is if you're going to go for a weapon and you want to craft it, right? What I do is if I am going to go for an enhance for something, I want to see how it works with just a normal way. So I like perfect example, I needed to make sure that Staff for All and One for All worked together really well before I crafted it. So yes, I wasted some neutral elements, but I needed to make sure that that was what I wanted. All right. So if anyone has any question on that, please make sure, I am live on Twitch every day at twitch.tv/Ekuegan. If you have any like questions about crafting or exactly what you need to do to craft, I can answer that live as well. But I wanted to do this video to kind of go through each piece for it. All right. Remember, shaping, you're going to need a few things, right? And for reshaping, you can't have the weapon on you and you cannot lock the weapon. I don't know why that's a thing. I should be able to reshape something that I have on me, but maybe there's something in the Bungie system that like stops me from doing it. All right. There's going to be a lot of weapons that I'm going to make videos for, like, hey, this is why I want this and that on and that on there. But I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the whole crafting system, what you need to do, where you can get the materials, and what's needed for it. All right. If you have any comments or if you have anything to add, definitely leave it in the comments, because I do read the comments. I want to know what you guys think about the crafting system. I hope that we get to implement more weapons in the system, because there's a lot of guns in the game right now that are red bordered that we already gotten that are not in the system. And maybe hopefully over time Bungie does add them, and hopefully anything that we already have obtained already counts in this system as well. All right. If you have anything, like I said, I'll be live on twitch.tv/Ekuegan. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you like these videos, make sure you put notifications on to all. And any comment and any likes definitely will help the channel get on the algorithm. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much for being here. Deuces.